Horst, there's got to be some cold, logical solution.
Captain.
What?
That house down the street. The white one with the green shutters.
Lustig, what's the matter?
I never thought. Thank God. Thank God.
Lustig, come back here.
He's running for that house.
That crazy fool, after him quick.
Lustig, stop.
Come down off of that porch.
Grandma! Grandpa!
Lustig, what the devil do you think you're trying?
Grandma and Grandpa, it is you.
Lustig, what's going on here?
Albert, why, it's been so many years.
How you've grown, boy.
Oh, it's so good to see you.
Lieutenant Lustig.
Oh, Captain. Grandma, I want you to meet my friend. This is Captain Black. Captain, I want you to meet my grandfolks.
Howdy. Any friends of Albert's is friends of ours.
How long you been here, Grandma?
Oh, good many years. Ever since we died.
Ever since you what?
Oh, yes, sir. They've been dead 30 years.
What? You mean to tell me that Mars is heaven?
Oh, nonsense, no. All we know is here we're alive again. And who are we to question God's infinite ways?
Lustig, we're going back to the ship.
But, Captain, I want to talk to my
Lieutenant
grandfolks.
Lustig, I don't like any part of this. You come back with us, I have to club you and carry you.
Yeah, but, sir,
That's
they're
enough.
my...
Heaven only knows what they've run up against back of the ship.
Dimension X will continue in just a moment.
Well, now let's come back to Earth for a moment. And what's more appropriate than Wheaties and baseball? You'll see what I mean as I introduce Ed Prentice, who has a special treat for you. Carry on, Mr. Prentice.
Folks, I'd like to have you meet a good friend of mine and a prominent member of a fine little organization known as the Chicago White Sox, Mr. Lucius Benjamin Affleck.
Ooh, Ed, don't say it like that. Whoever heard of a ball player named Lucius? What if I went around calling you Paul Edward Prentice? Let's just make it Ed and Luke, huh?
All right, Luke. Say, just how long have you been with the White Sox?
Over 20 years, Ed. Golly, I played in darn near 2,500 games. Then at bat almost 9,000 times. Man, I'm from way back.
Well, Luke, you don't look it. How do you keep up the pace, anyway?
Well, Ed, I sleep good. I eat good. I eat mighty good. Wheaties about 4 mornings a week. Those little old flakes put a lot of snap, even in an old-timer like me. Must be because they're 100% whole wheat. I sure like Wheaties and milk and fruit.
You know, Luke, that's exactly what I hear from a lot of ball players and plenty of other people, too. No wonder they call Wheaties the breakfast of champions.
Well, thanks, Luke Appling and Ed Prentice. You know, folks, you may not be a champion ball player, but Wheaties can help you feel like one. So try 'em. Wheaties, that is. See how Wheaties at 7 can help at 11.
Horst, look at that crowd around the ship.
Looks like we're being welcomed with a celebration.
Celebration, they've abandoned ship. Every port is open. No guards said. You, Masters.
Hiya, Captain. Meet my old dad. Dad, that's Captain Black, and he's not a bad guy for an officer.
Of all the... Hingston!
What, sir?
Bring that man back. Use force if you have to.
Excuse me, sir. There's my Uncle George.
Hingston!
I'll be right back, Captain. Uncle George! Uncle George!
What the devil
Don't
is
you
going...
understand, sir? They've all found friends and relatives. They're all here.
He's right, Captain.
I've counted. The whole crew's out on the crowd.
But I gave orders. Definite
You
orders.
don't understand, Captain.
I understand mutiny. I don't care how many relatives show up. I'll have discipline on...
Johnny! Johnny, you old son of a gun.
Edward. It's you. It can't be.
Of course it is. Johnny, you old son of a gun.
Edward. Dr. Horst, this is my brother, Edward.
How do you do?
Hello.
It's wonderful to see you, Edward. Look, I've got to get back to my ship.
Hey, I almost forgot. Mom's waiting at home.
Mom?
And Dad, too.
Mom? Dad are alive? Excuse me, Horst. Then you're real, then.
Don't I feel real? How's that, huh?
Ed.
Hey, we've got lunch for you, Johnny. Mom's making corn fritters.
Corn? Dr. Horst, haven't you found anybody?
No, Captain. I have nobody.
Then you come on home with me, right, Ed?
Sure, you bet.
Horst, you wouldn't believe it, but it's been 35 years since I had Mom's corn fritters. By George. 35 years.
And there's plenty more in the kitchen, so don't hold back, Johnny. You too, Dr. Horst.
Well, Johnny, you're still in the Navy, huh?
That's right, Dad. I'm in command of the ship.
We're an old Navy family, Dr. Horst. All three of our boys in the service.
Ed was the best pilot in the Pacific. What did happen, Ed?
Oh, what's the difference? I'm here now.
Oh, you know, it's almost perfect. All we're missing is your brother Will. Then the whole family could be together.
Well, it won't be long, Mom. Will's in charge of the XR-54. That's the next rocket coming out to Mars.
Well, little Will. When does he leave, Johnny?
Takeoff scheduled for September, but it depends on what we report. There's no question about that now, eh? Christmas together again. That'll be something, huh?
Yes, sirree. Well, this calls for a celebration. How about a little of the old dandelion wine, eh, Johnny?
Now, Father, don't you go giving Johnny too much wine.
Oh, he's a big boy now, Mother. Well, sir, isn't everything just fine? Just fine. The candlelights are gleaming on the banks of the Wabash, far away.
Hey, we have play another song.
Sure, yeah.
Well, Dr. Horst, what do you think of my little family,
Very nice.
You know, I can't understand why you didn't find any folks here, Dr. Horst. It's just a shame. Everybody else is so happy.
I never remembered my family, Mrs. Black. All I know is they were gassed at Dachau during the Second World War. When I was liberated, I was in delirium 3 months. I cannot remember anything before then. The psychiatric phenomenon.
That's terrible. Isn't there anything anybody can do?
I don't want to remember.
Oh.
I haven't had a pleasant life. I prefer to be free of emotional entanglements. They interfere with a scientific approach.
I'm sorry, Dr. Horst.
Oh, I'll get it. Hey, that's our ring, long and 3 shorts. I remember that.
Well, maybe we'd better call it a night. You must be getting tired, Johnny.
I'd better be going back to the ship.
Oh, nonsense. You stay the night. We insist.
Oh, I just couldn't rest thinking of you all alone on that ship.
Oh, I'll be all right. Well, good night.
Oh, wait a minute, Dr. Horst. That phone message was for you.
Me?
Yeah, that's right. A message from Anna.
Anna? I don't remember any Anna.
She asked if you were better.
Well, perhaps she's someone you knew at Dachau.
Anna?
She said she's coming over here first thing in the morning. So you'll have to stay over.
Yes,
Well, that
but...
settles it then. You stay here, Horst. You can bunk with me in my old room.
Oh, but Johnny, we thought you'd like to be with Edward.
So you could talk the way you used to.
Well, we can't put Dr. Horst on the daybed. I think we'd better share the room tonight. There'll be plenty of time for talking, Ed.
I guess so.
Well, I suppose I better drop back to the ship. You know, Ed, security check.
Well, why do you have to do that here?
Well, I don't know. There's no good reason, I guess. Well, suppose we skip it tonight.
Oh, sure.
Well, good night, everybody.
Oh, it's good to have you home, Johnny.
It's good to be home, Mom.
Captain Black, are you asleep?
No. I just been thinking about what we were expecting. Green-skinned Martians with eyes on stalks. All the time there was only Mom and Dad and Edward waiting. It's funny what tricks your imagination can play on you. Yeah, I guess Mars is heaven, Horst.
I've been thinking about Martians, too. Captain, just suppose there were Martians.
and they saw us land. Suppose they thought of us as invaders. What would be the best weapon they could use against our atom bombs?
I don't see what you're getting at.
They would want to disarm us first, to wipe out all suspicion, to make us feel at home. But suppose this house isn't real. Suppose the people are just images, stolen from our own memories by Martians, created for us by telepathy, hypnotism.
That's the craziest theory I ever heard.
Maybe that's why there was no one for me. Because in all my life, there is no happy memory, no real loved person.
How about that phone call from Anna?
Yes, Anna. I didn't remember who she was, but I do now. I just remembered. When I was freed from Dachau, sick, delirious, I raved about a wonderful, kind nurse named Anna that took care of me.
There you are. It's logical. She's coming to see you tomorrow.
But there was no Anna. I'd been nursed by a man.
What?
Anna was only a dream. And there's only one way they could have learned about her. By reading my subconscious mind.
But that's impossible, Horace.
Why? The whole crew was thinking of home. Suppose the Martians read our minds.
Yes, but if there are Martians...
If there are, they have us separated. Each man in a different house. Sleeping. Trusting. No one at the guns.
I left my pistol downstairs. Do you think there's something to this, Horst?
It's a... Who would suspect his own mother? His grandparents? How easy. Just a knife in the heart of each sleeping man.
It's impossible, Horst, but we've got to get back to the ship.
Listen. The crickets have stopped.
Come on.
We don't know when they change back to. Whatever they really are.
Where are you going, John?
Ed, well, we wanted to drink of water. That's all, Ed.
You're not thirsty, John.
You don't want to drink. You don't want
Look out!
to drink.
His face, it's changing. And his hands, he's a Martian! Run, horse! Run!
Get away, John. You can't get away.
This way, horse!
Can't get away.
Horse, where are you?
Hello, can you hear me, Earth? This is Captain John Black, the XR-53, calling from Mars. I've locked myself in the ship, but they've crippled it. I can't take off or fire the guns, and they're coming for me now, the Martians. I'm all alone here. All the rest are dead. Hinkston, Lustig, Dr. Horst. Poor Horst, he didn't even reach the door. Listen, they're trying to break through the hull now. Edward and Mom and Dad and all the folks. But they're changing now. Melting and changing back into... They're Martians. Can you understand me? Martians, not men. They made us think that Mars was heaven and we fell into the trap. Can you hear me, Earth? You've got to stop the next rocket. Tell my brother Will. Tell my brother Will not to come. They'll trap him, too. They'll kill them all. Hello, can you hear me, Earth? This is John Black on Mars. Hello, Earth. This is John Black on Mars.
Tonight, Dimension X has presented and transcribed the Ray Bradbury story, Mars is Heaven, adapted for radio by Ernest Kenoy. Featured players were Wendell Holmes as Captain Black and Peter Capell as Dr. Horst. Your narrator, Norman Rose. Music by Albert Berman, engineer Bill Chambers. Dimension X is produced by Van Woodward and directed by Edward King. Robert Warren speaking. In a moment, we'll tell you about next week's show. And now, here is your Wheaties man, Frank Martin.
Folks, tonight we have a special guest for you. Here he is, Joel McRae.
Hello, Frank Martin. I kind of expected to see a package of Wheaties sticking out of your pocket.
What? Did I forget him?
You must like Wheaties, Frank.
Sure, don't you?
You bet. I'm joining the big parade of Wheaties programs, you know, with Tales of the Texas Rangers come Saturday night.
That promises to be real entertainment, Joel. I understand these are true stories of the Texas Rangers.
Absolutely. Each story is straight from the Texas Ranger files.
Well, we're mighty proud to have you join us, Joel, with this new program. We'll all be listening on the same NBC station Saturday night for Joel McRae in Tales of the Texas Rangers. Okay, Mr. McRae?
Okay, partner. Good night.
Good night, Joel. And friends, be sure to listen Saturday, that's tomorrow night,
Testing 1, 2, 3, check test. Oh, fuck it.
Hey, good morning, weirdos. What's going on, man?
I'm here. I'm weird. Get used to it. What are you going to do about it anyway? I mean, what are you going to do? What are you going to do, eh? Nothing. That's what. That's what. All right. Good morning, everyone. It is officially 5 a.m. It is December. It is December 4th. December 4th. 8 days until my parents' wedding anniversary. Yeah, they didn't go 20 years. They didn't even make it 20 years together. Yeah. I've been with my wife almost 25 years, and we will be celebrating that on the 17th. Which is pretty cool because every year that we have the full year, that's our full new year, right? So 2025 will be our 25th year. And 26 and so on and whatnot, you know. Yeah, I get it. People commented. Call them what they are. Ay, Chihuahua. Anyways, like I was saying, man. Wow. I got a lot done yesterday. Unbelievably, I got 10 videos uploaded yesterday. I did 5 in the morning before noon, and then did another 5 after like 8 o'clock, right? Which was amazing, because usually I could only get away with about 7 at the most per day. But I think because I stretched out, the first 5 uploads were Dimension X, and they took like an hour each. So it seemed to like stretch things out to give me that extra time. So I'm going to do the same thing again this morning. Well, actually today I'm going to upload the 5 educational films for 2 weeks from now. And then do 2 more radio shows. And then the week of the 16th is done. Then I will be working on the week of the 23rd, Christmas week. So I'll be doing that, and I'm just going to put together all of the regular programming for every week and upload it. Upload. Then, during each week, I will be working on the video time machine, the weekly program guide, and whatever holiday we're in. So Christmas, I'll try to put together something big for Christmas Day. Christmas of yesteryear. And let's see. Video time machine this week, I have no clue. I've probably got a handful of elements. You know, I've probably got a music video, maybe. I know I've got a Felix the Cat. I've got a few commercials. trailers are easy to dig up. I just kind of go with whatever movies I've been watching recently, whatever old movies, and then try to dig up those trailers. So, like, what did I watch here the other day? Wow, my brain. I'm going to have to write these fucking things down because I can't remember what movies I watch from day to day, right? Let's see here. Oh, yesterday we did Inner Space. And before that, we did the X-Files. That's more of a 90s. Let's see. Ooh, Johnny Dangerously. That's a good one. Westworld. That's what I watched. So I'm going to try to dig up whatchamas for the whatchamas, right? So dig up some trailers for the Video Time Machine. Wow. These things just stack up. I got notes on top of notes on top of notes. I can't post them out because they don't mean anything. They mean something if I look here or if I look right in a little stack. I've got a little stack that I've been going through for weeks now, marking off the films that I've used. I like to keep track of not necessarily the films that I have to use, but the years that they came out. That's important because they're not always on the file. They're not always on the film somewhere. So there's that. Yeah. What we do? Westworld. Inner Space. And what was that other one that we did the other day? X-Files. Oh, look at that. Look at there. Look at there. Westworld. Ooh, look, Terminal Velocity. That's a good one. Oh, that's a start. So I'll probably try to put together the Video Time Machine this evening and to get it uploaded for copyright checks. And then work on the weekly programming guide since everything's already programmed for next week. It takes me about an hour right now. It takes me about an hour to do a weekly programming guide. First, I make all the cards that are clear with just the text or graphics or whatever I put up there. So I can drop that over any graphic, right? So first I make the cards, 5 cards, one for each day of the week, maybe 2 if I'm doing a holiday and I've got a lot of stuff packed in. And then I take those cards and I put those cards over the top of wood grain paneling and use those as my my TV guide, and I'll put that in my community page. Go to the community page on my YouTube channel. We have a community page where you can upload photos and behind the scenes stuff, which is what I do. So there you can find photos of my weekly programming guide and like a TV guide type thing. I also take those same photographs and put them on Facebook when I can to let people know what's going on. Not that anybody really pays too much attention to it. But I like to do it. It makes me feel like I'm doing something. Let's see. I'll probably sit and try to get a few weekly programming guides together. Since I'll be a few weeks out, I'll put a few weeks of programming guides together, so then I don't really have to do anything except a Video Time Machine every week, right? Last night I put together 5 more films, and I'm going to upload them today. The last 2 old-time radio shows for Wednesday, because there's 4 radio shows on Wednesdays. It varies from week to week. Yeah, the fact that I can get a couple of weeks out right now is really cool. If I can do 1 week's of programming, and it takes me, if it only takes me 2 days to upload 1 week of programming, that's pretty good. That's pretty damn good. So if I do 5 films today and then tack on those 2 old-time radio shows, by this evening, I should be able to come back and upload my video time machine and then my weekly program guide. Because I should have timed out of not being able to do so many in 24 hours, right? So I will have moved past that time. Cheers. I bit my tongue, the side of my tongue, while I was eating dinner last night. Probably because I was maybe talking or trying to talk. No, I wasn't talking. I was just eating, watching TV. My wife was talking. Anyway, I bit down real hard. And it's just because my teeth are fucked up. You know. They're just fucked up. But I'll get over it. I'll get over it. It's about Bong Hit 30. Oh, looks like it was. Looks like I did that bong hit. Well, there you go. There you yeah, I do bong hits. I do coffee and bong hits in the mornings. It's like, well, it is kind of the same color. This is like the swamp, right, on MASH. This is kind of like the swamp, right? Here's my beaker, right? They always had a beaker with some martini in it, right? There's my beaker. It's not a martini. It's a maratini. Orale. So, but you know, there's always something to smoke here, just like there's always something to drink in the swamp. That's what I do. It's kind of who I am. I'm the guy who smokes pot. It's gonna kill me, but I smoke pot.
He's gonna die laughing.
Yeah, well, if I'm lucky. If I'm lucky, I'll get the last laugh. Yep. So, this morning's old-time radio show that preceded my show, I'd like to do a warm-up show so that I can see if technical difficulties are going to happen. Of course, they happen this morning. I got the show ready, got everything, and then went to the bathroom. As soon as I get in the bathroom, you know, I keep my phone with me to monitor what's happening. As soon as I get into the bathroom, it fails. So I come back out here and reboot. But it was a good thing that I didn't do my Facebook link thing yet, because sometimes I'll do that. I'll put my show on, and then I'll do my Facebook link, and then the show will die, and then I'll have to come back, and then I'll have to add a new link to that to say I'm not there, I'm here. And that's a bummer. I think once or twice last week, my show died at the end. It just stopped, right? It just stopped. I don't know what happened. Yeah. Booby cam. The what cam? Did you say movie cam? No. No, it's not a family member. It's not an ex-girlfriend. I don't know who that is. Some kind of 1970s photograph of a girl on a desk with a typewriter, topless. And it's just a great photo because she is so in charge. You know, she's the boss of that company now. Anyway, that's my backstory. I have no idea who that is. But, I'm a booby guy. I like boobies. So there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with liking boobies. You know. It's not like I'm a groper or anything. You know, that would have been my father. You didn't want to be in a crowd and have nice jugs or a nice butt with my father around, because you'd be like, what the hell? What the hell was that? What the hell was that? Stop that. Yeah, he was a perv. And being raised by a perv, to be a perv, I really had to work against that grain. You know, I'm a perverted guy, but not overtly perverted, and not where it concerns anyone else, right? My perversions are my own. I don't force my perversions on someone, which is not how I was raised. You know, I was forced to endure lots of other people's crap, just because they couldn't keep it to themselves, right? So, having learned that lesson, yeah, everybody has their right to, you know, not be fucked with by somebody else. So, there you go. Of course, being raised by a pervert to be a pervert, I wasn't always like that. You know, I was probably a little too handsy when I was young, right? What are you going to do, huh? Change, that's what you do. Yeah, now I just imagine myself groping people. I ain't hurting nobody. Just myself, you know. What's wrong with him? Why is he twitching? Oh, he's imagining groping girls. Oh. Huh. Anyways, I guess I should eat this. This is my cereal bar from yesterday. I'm out of pumpkin pie. I have to battle with my daughter when it comes to pumpkin pie and apple pie. It's like I'm in a slice, and she's like, "Well, I'm catching up." Boom, slice. I got another slice. Boom, slice. I'm having a... No, I got it. Last slice. Yeah. She like the pumpkin pie, yeah. I like the pumpkin pie. You like the pumpkin pie? I like the pumpkin pie, eh? Hey, you know like, I know like. Eh, shut up. What do you face, huh? What? Yeah. I'm getting ready to do the show, right? Like 4:30. I hear something. So I open up our door. Nothing. I get the two dogs to come out. I open up my daughter's door, and she's awake, and I'm like, "Are you just going to sleep or waking up?" She's like, "Oh, I got up too early. I still got an hour." And I'm like, "Oh, man. Go back to sleep." So she's like, lights off, dogs in bed, out. Hilarious. So she's got to get up and go to university in an hour. She's got to be out of the house at 7:30. So she's, since she was a little girl, right, first grade, second grade, she has been getting herself up and getting ready for school since she was a little girl. You know, I think mainly because she's an only child, and school is like a source of socialization. So she was always eager to get to school. And a friend of hers just bought her a ticket to go see Pierce the Veil and Sleeping with Sirens, I believe. She's way pumped about that. The same girl that she's going with, her and another friend, to Dodger Stadium to see someone. Of course, I don't remember. And then, of course, she and her and my daughter are going to another concert in L.A. to see someone else. So now all of a sudden my daughter says, "Hey, she bought me a ticket." That's so cool, you know, because my daughter's just a concert fanatic, and she kind of rubs off on people, you know. So now her friends are like, "Yeah, let's go to more concerts. You know, we're older, we can drive, we got cars, we got money. Let's do it, man." Fucking awesome. It took a while. I know. That's because of that COVID thing screwed high school up. The kids didn't have time to adult in their last couple of years of high school. That's when you really get into it, you know. And when you're sitting at home going, "Wow, man, here's my computer, tick, 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 tick." That's not That's not adulting. That's not growing up. That's crazy. So she's, and then going right from high school into college and then into university, she really hasn't had much time to do adult stuff. Now she's starting to catch up. You know, she's got over 24 concerts under her belt already in just a couple of short years. Wow. Wow. Yeah, she graduated from high school and got to see Harry Styles at the Forum for her, like, happy graduation thing. Happy birthday, happy graduation. And from then on, it was like she was hooked. And it was just from then on, it was concert. I never saw so many concerts in 1 year in my fucking life. Crazy. Yeah, it's ultra cool. Hi. I don't know what to say. Go lay down. Go on, go to your couch. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. Come on. Get up there. Get up there. Good girl. She's a kook. She's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I don't know what. All right. I'm going to go let her into the room, in our room, so she can get onto our bed and lay down. There you go. So, of course, Bessie's out. As soon as Bessie goes out and I fill up the water, here comes Sam. He wants to come back out. Probably wants to go check on Bessie. So now he's out and up. So I had to leave my door open so he can come back in. Yeah. Doggy door, man. Yeah, someday I'll do doggy doors on all the doors. Someday. Right before I die. Right? Or there you go. My ghost will open and close doors for the dogs every morning. Dog gets up and scratches on the door, and the door goes click and opens up a little. That would be me, right? Wouldn't that be heavy? Somebody's over staying the night, and they're like, why does the door open in the morning by itself? Do the dogs know how to open the doors? No, that's my dad. He's dead, and he opens doors. I know, I got a morbid sense of humor. What are you going to do? What are you going to shoot me, huh? I should be so lucky. Then I'd haunt you. I'd open your fucking doors. That would be cool. That would be cool. A door-opening ghost. And then they bulldoze this trailer park and put a big giant house on the property, and I'm constantly in the new house opening and closing doors. Ooh, that would be heavy. Yeah, I don't know. I plan to die here at home, so that just might be the case. A case of beer, that's what I need. A case of the clap. I used to wonder when I was a little kid. I used to wonder about the clap. Why are they worried about having a clap? I don't get it. Why are they upset? I like to have the clap. Yeah. Did he really just make reference to a venereal disease? Yes, I did. God, he talked about his penis again. No, you did. I know. These people living in my head, I gotta let them out. Take them for a walk. Let them breathe some fresh air and then put them away. Every morning I gotta let them out and put them away. Because my wife and daughter, they're just like, oh, jeez, here he goes again. I can do it with the dogs. They don't mind listening to 8 different people talking to them. But I try to keep it down to 1 or 2 voices. One of them being my own when I'm talking to my family. But sometimes I can't hold back, like right after the show. And I've been through like 20 voices in a show. Yeah, I'd start talking to my wife, and I want to pump her up and get her motivated. And she's like, knock that shit off. Don't do that. Sorry, honey. Oh, look, I'm going to hurt my neck. See? You get a little too stoned, and then with the slapstick and the vaudeville stuff, yeah. No, really. Absolutely. Hey, Sam. Okay, Sam's in. He's going to want to go back in with my daughter, or at the very least, make sure that Bessie comes back in. So, give it a few more minutes, and then let Bessie in. Usually you can hear her push her nose against the door. She'll try real hard. You can hear the door nudge a little bit. Sometimes I'll leave it open so she can just push her way back in. But she don't know how to close the door. I'm like, what, are you born in a barn? And I'm thinking, yeah, she was probably born in a barn. But that would be nice if I could teach her how to close the door. She's too skittish, though. She'd think I was trying to punish her if I made her learn how to do something. Hey, Sam. Psst. Psst. Yeah, Sam wants to go to bed. All right, back in a flash. Alrighty, I'm back. I had to get a couple of props while I was out. I did the dog rotation thing. So my wife, of course, thankfully, finally ordered me a box of incense. She got me a Nag Champa sandalwood. I said, please order some Nag Champa. This is great, but I like to have a variety. So the one thing that I wanted to comment about was, not that Nag Champa is really good, and I love this stuff, was that Amazon Prime is supposed to be cutting down on their shipping packaging, right? And so I just wanted to make this comment that this little box was shipped inside of this big box. Okay, this little itty bitty box here was shipped in this box. Alright, that was a big empty place. in this box. So, I don't know what any of this means, but I just wanted to make a social commentary on what they sell us in the media versus reality. Yes, this could have been packaged in a much smaller container, something wrapped in bubble wrap and put into a hard cardboard box a couple of inches larger than this. That would have been enough, right? I think box manufacturers need to make more sizes of boxes, and people who ship stuff need to utilize different sizes more. That's it. That's all. That's all there is to that. But I got my incense, so I'm happy, even though it was a little much in the packaging. Yeah. So there's that. I'm going to drink some coffee. I'm probably going to have to heat this up, right? Yep. All right, I'm going to heat this up and check on the dog situation. Yeah, there she is. She's in her bed. Yeah, I was just putting together my daughter's lunch kit. A cooler, right? A good-sized cooler. It looks like something somebody would pack for the construction site, right? One guy bringing his big cooler. But It's an all-day job going to the university there. She goes to the satellite campus in the Coachella Valley there, and she commutes with her friend who's got morning classes, and then my daughter has evening classes, and her friend has an evening class just before her last class. They have a class together in the evening, so my daughter has most of the day to work on school stuff, and then do a couple of classes and then come home, right? So she has to, the fact that she doesn't just say, oh, just take me, or oh, I'll just drive, or that she actually commutes with her best friend every day, or that they go, twice a week, is so bitchin', right? I mean, they get out, they get to go and, let's go to the mall today, and, that's fucking cool. I love that. Makes me all giggly inside to think that she's out in the world doing stuff, and going to school. I'd much rather have her going to school than working a job, or trying to do both. Her friend tries to do both, and it's tough. It is tough. So our deal is, you know what, you stay in school, and we will help you however we can help you. Even if it's just stay in here, live here, we'll pay the bills, whatever it takes to keep you in school, and we've got a pretty close family, so, and we're a small family, so it's best that we stay together, right? Mom and Natalie need to stay together for as long as Mom is around, right? That's just all there is to it. They need to stay to keep your mom with you, Natalie. Keep your mom with you. Whatever's going on in your life, keep Mom close. That's important. So, yeah, so I try to put a big cooler full of stuff and drinks and water and, whatever we can pack in there. That's what I need to pack, a couple of waters in there. I knew it was missing something. Let's see, I got juices, cereal bars, microwavable popcorn just in case. They're granola bars. I do cereal bars. She does granola bars. So Mom needs to make 2 sandwiches, a PB&J for a snack, and a big sandwich for kind of a lunch. Big enough so that she can eat half and then have half for later if she wants, or big enough that she could just, fill up. But that's important, to have that energy throughout the day. So lots of snacks, always ready to chew on something, keep that energy going. She's got a really good metabolism, right? So that's good. She can eat every couple of hours and burn it off with brain power. Far out. I better put those waters in her cooler. It's what I do. It's what I do. Yeah. 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 Totally. So, oh, that's right. I was eating a cereal bar. I better keep working on this thing. Oh, somebody knows I'm eating cereal bar here, huh? Is that what's going on now? I got help. You want to help? Is that what you want to do? Well, come on, you can help. Big face. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go into town today. I hate to say it. I need to find out about my insurance and find out if that's going to happen. I'd rather do a copay than pay for the whole thing. So if I have to switch insurance, I need to do that ASAP so I can get in there and do that and get that dealt with. I turned in papers, but they keep calling me and saying, we're waiting for papers. And I'm like, so now I have to go in there and sit and wait, talk to somebody, and make them find my papers. You know, otherwise I got to try to bring copies of shit down there. But because I turned stuff in electronically, they probably just haven't gotten it yet. You know, I don't know. I'm gonna have to dig through my stuff and pull everything out. Once again, I'm ready to do this on Monday, and I've had no word about my insurance. I imagine that it's canceled because our insurance was based on income, and our income has gone wonky now that my daughter is in school and making more financial aid money, bringing that into the house. And now she's an adult, and so everything is kind of what. So we're trying to even this out and figure out what we're supposed to do now. Right? All right, Bessie. There you go. I'm good. I'm good. There you go. Hi, big girl. Hey. Yes, you are special. You are. The cardboard box has disturbed her. She's like, what's that? Is there a cat in there? Now she's going to sit right here. Big face. Big face. She's a weird one. She's a weird one. Oh my word. I guess I better take a look at some of these Post-its around here. Video time machine for this week, and a shirt commercial. I need to come up with some kind of donation commercial thing. I need to put together a couple of shirts for Tiffany because she's pledged to donate on Friday. And I need to put together a new weekly programming guide form. And it's a piece of paper in the notebook that's got every day of the week on it. And hourly, half-hour, specific time slots where I put shows, right? So 5 a.m., 8 a.m., 8:30, noon, 12:30, 4, 5, and 8. Those are my usual time slots to drop things in. And then I need to have little spaces in between so that I can write in different times for different things. I need to have a holiday programming sheet that's got, 24 slots so that I can just fill the day full of stuff if I want to, if I so desire. Go lay down. Get up there. Get up there. There you go. Good girl. There you go. Those feet clicking around drive me nuts. Man, hardwood floors are great for cleaning. Is she gonna bump my camera? One of my tripod legs are against the couch, I think. All right, so these are, yes, I need to keep those here. AI and upload. Okay, I still need to work on that. Even though I did that, it's kind of a running thing. 9 weeks of education films. It's going to be more like 12 weeks. I think I'm going to work on trying to get out 12 weeks worth of programming within a couple of weeks. If it takes me till the end of December to upload everything for January and February as well, that's what I'm shooting for. I'm trying to shoot for getting as much uploaded in the shortest amount of time while being able to produce it as well. So while I've got something uploading over here, I've got something editing and saving and processing over here. Last night was no different. Oh, last night we watched an episode of Columbo. They're great. They're about 74 minutes now, just over an hour. And Roddy McDowell was in this one. He played a rich, spoiled, entitled, affluent orphan living with his aunt. She was a part owner of a giant chemical corporation. And of course, he wanted her husband dead because he was in charge of the company. And Roddy McDowell wanted to be in charge of the company. So, of course, it starts with the murder, and then fumbling, bumbling Columbo waddles in, and just like us, he seems to know exactly what happened immediately. And it's just a matter of him kind of playing cat and mouse with the bad guys. This episode was no different. But we watched that, and then I flipped it around, and a movie had just started called Squirm. Anybody remember Squirm? The movie about the worms that go crazy and start eating people. One of my favorite low-budget horror flicks from the 70s. I love that movie. I can watch it 1,000,000 times in a row and comment to the whole thing and have different comments every single time. It's just every single time I watch it, it's like I find something crazy, stupid, funny about it. Yeah, it's hilarious. Hilarious. I'm telling you. So, my wife's like, haven't we seen this? We've seen this. And I'm just like, you've seen this really? And the worms are up in the guy's face. He's, oh, right? And I'm like, you've seen this? She's like, yeah, I've seen this. I said, well, what do they call it in frickin' Espanol? You know? Frickin' El Squirmo? She laughs and says, something like lombrices, matalos or something. So she sat and watched the whole stupid movie with me right up to the end. And then ran off to bed and was asleep in 2 minutes. But the fact that she stuck with it and watched it means that, you know, it was entertaining enough because we were watching it together. Had she tried to watch it by herself, she'd have turned that shit off real quick. But I don't know. I guess it's me. You know, I make sure that others are going to enjoy this as much as I do. Oh my God, no way. Yeah, with the way, Yahweh. Yahweh, Yahweh. Yahweh, Yahweh. Ooh, Yahweh. Oh, Yeah, I'm telling you, I got the boogie in my beat. I got the boogie in my beat. I'm really itching to get back to music, and I really want to get past this whole dental thing so that I can do that, and I really can't. I won't. Pardon me. I really won't get back into the whole music singing thing until I get the dental thing figured out, because, you know, like last night biting my tongue, it's not the first time. My teeth are all growing out wonky and stuff, and I'm past the point of needing braces. I just need to get, you know, get these guys out and get some other ones in, period. I'd love to do implants, but that's not going to happen. I waited too long. So if I can just get past where I'm at now, then I can get back into the music thing. Until then, I'm going to try to get into doing something, keyboards, mandolin, or ukulele, and try to learn some things on those instruments. And try to get a lot done here on the computers. You know, this little area here is what keeps me sane, what keeps me from freaking out about reality, right? What keeps me rooted in the present via the past. I don't know. I just know that before I was doing this kind of stuff, I was very often in a really bad, dark place. And had I not started this when I was at my darkest last year, at this very moment, I don't know, I might not have survived. Not, you know, like, oh my God, he died of heartache or something. But, you know, mentally, emotionally, I probably wouldn't have survived. I had to just become more withdrawn and more pissed off all the time, you know, harder to deal with. Because when you get depressed, you get sad, but you also get really mad. You know, why do they make me feel like this? Why do I have to be like this? Why? It makes you mad, you get sad because you were so mad, you took it out on somebody, and it makes you sad, and then you get sad, and it makes you mad again. And sometimes there's happy in between, but the more you bounce back between happy and, or mad and sad, there's very little room for happy. Good feelings gone. Yeah. Yeah. I'm so happy that my daughter is going to school from home. Not that we could afford to send her anywhere, but I'm sure that with her grades, she could have gone. She was accepted to 2 universities right out of high school, and she chose to go to college because that's a huge jump from high school to university, and she didn't want to make that jump. She's in a university right now, having gone to college, and it's difficult. Had she not gone to college, I don't think she would have been able to succeed as well at university, right? Period. 2 years at college means 2 years at university. Now, after she does her 2 years of university, it's going to be real easy for her to just jump back into university and go after a better degree, you know, go from her bachelor's to her master's, get a PhD, you know, and however we can help keep that going until she gets into the whole work thing. I don't want her to go out and earn a living, right? I want her to go out and do what she loves and just happen to get paid a lot of money for it. That's what I want her to do. So, you know, I know that's one of those dream things, but it's, you know, All you got to do is dream it. You can fucking make it happen. You know, back in my day when I had oomph, chutzpah, I had get up and go. My get up and go got up and went. But back when I had it, I could just make anything happen. If I could think it up, I could make it happen. You know, I knew I could never do, you know, big, giant, crazy things. But if I could stick to my own bellywig and do what I do best, I could make anything happen. I could still do that. It takes a lot out of me. So I just kind of try to keep it close to home. But she needs to know that at some point she can go out and do whatever the hell she wants and make it happen. And she's getting there. She's getting there. Yeah. Speaking of, just about 6 o'clock. The house is going to start waking up about 6:30-ish. Oh, I got to heat this up. Hey, my God. Stop chewing on that foot, dog. You're going to leave a wet spot on my couch. There you go. Good girl. Oh. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I believe that when I come back next season, that I am going to go back to my original shirt rotation, where I will have an inbox and an outbox for my shirts, and I will wear one shirt per episode per season and not repeat the same t-shirt twice. And I'm pretty sure that by then I should be able to go about 100 episodes without repeating the same shirt twice. At least that's when I start next season. I will be able to go about 100 episodes. By the end of next year, and I'm hoping, against all probabilities, that I will be able to do a full season next year as the entire year, rather than a couple of little seasons throughout the year. I'm hoping that when I start a new season, it will continue throughout the whole year. I mean, granted, I'm not gonna start at the beginning of the year, which is a bummer, unless I do it as a mime with a bag over my head. I don't know. It's all going to depend on what I got going on inside my head. And I might do a silent show until I get used to my new teeth. I don't know. The whole teeth thing is going to bring up a whole slew of other health issues with the eating improperly, right? So I have to be ready for that. And if that is a big issue, then coming back early for another season might be a little difficult. I mean, as it is right now, if I were to go in and get this started on Monday, I still wouldn't have any teeth in my head until the end of the month. And then, am I going to feel comfortable doing a show before I've gotten used to the teeth? I don't know. So if I do get the teeth in my head by then, I might do a show and do it silent until I feel comfortable opening and closing my mouth and talking and biting my tongue and all that shit. So, we'll see. I might just talk like this for a while with my teeth closed, mouth clenched. I can talk through my teeth. You can understand what I'm saying, so that's not a big deal. It just sounds a little funny. I practiced ventriloquism when I was young, so I can even do this without moving my mouth most of the time. No. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I really would like to stay doing what I do, because even if I'm just sitting here drinking coffee and reading and being silent, you know, or set up for my new stuff on air and do a behind the scenes warm up for season 4, you know, however it works. I want to come back as soon as possible, because this is my cure-all for depression, basically. I can get up in the morning or go to sleep at night and just feel like the lousiest guy in the world. But as soon as I turn my cameras on and my microphone and start talking, all of that kind of goes away. And I can get a new day started at 8 o'clock without all of that shit hanging over me. And yesterday's bullshit is gone. You know, and I've always tried to preach that philosophy in my own life, is to just let shit happen in that day, and the next day, move the fuck on. Don't try not to go to sleep mad or upset with somebody, but if you do, leave it in yesterday, man. Ain't no reason to drag that shit around with you. And this show helps get all of that out, so that, you know, it's gone. You could start a new day. Anew. Smoking a lot of weed helps that too, right? Right. Anyways. It's Old Time Radio Wednesday, and at some point I might, at some point I might put on a radio show here to listen to while I'm up, you know, digging the morning with the girls. Because the kitchen noises and the conversation and the bathroom noises and stuff, I like to kill the micro. Sometimes I just like to say, hey, I'm here in the silent, and, you know, whatever. And that's fun too. But if I've got to be away from the camera for more than 10 or 15 minutes, then I'll probably put on something to listen to as well. Because, you know, I can do that. I don't know what I'll put on. An episode of The Shadow or something. I don't know, man. Could be anything. I tried experiments with a few different shows. The Bickersons, Fanny Bryce's, Baby Snooks, and Superman, right? And there were a lot of copyright bummers. And for the Bickersons, it was hard to find shows, right? And I was like, well, I'm going to run out of shows real quick. Baby Snooks, same thing, going to run out of shows. Superman, for some reason, all the Superman stuff is heavily copywritten, where they just gobbled that shit up. I can get it, but I can't use it. Or if I can, it's not viewable in a bunch of areas. So that sucks. Arg. 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 Yeah, I have a feeling I'm going to be smoking a lot of weed today. I have a feeling. Of course, I have already gotten gummies for when I got to do this dental thing. I went ahead and I picked up a couple of bags of gummies so that I don't have to smoke. So I imagine I'll probably just be sitting here eating gummies and making videos for a couple of weeks, learning how to use some of this stuff better, watching some tutorial videos. I was going to say education films, but that's what I do. So, yeah, that'll be fun. Once again, a calendar. I'm going to put together a really comprehensive calendar, scheduling my week around work and around school, my daughter's school stuff, but try to give specific days to specific tasks, like shirt day. I need to either package shirts or work on shirt designs or reach out to people or correspond or whatever. Give a couple of days a week to video editing. Be uploading every day, regardless of what's going on. Be uploading videos so that I keep going further and further and further out. If I can upload a week every 2 days, then every week I can be another 3 weeks out, and then another 3 weeks out, and then another 3. I keep eating a week, but then I'm 3 more weeks out. So after 3 weeks, I will have eaten the first 3 weeks, but I will now be out, 6 weeks, and then double that and go to 12 weeks. Unless I decide to do those whatever checks and balances to get my upload count raised, which is probably going to happen. I would like to be able to upload every day, upload a week, right? Within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I can have half a year frickin' uploaded. Because it doesn't take much for me to create a week's worth of content. In one day, I can create 3 months worth of content for one old-time radio show, right? It's different with the first show, because the first show at 8 a.m. every day is the same show. It is the same show all week long. So right now we're doing Dimension X at 8 a.m. Monday through Friday. Whatever I put in that slot has got to be big. I think it's going to be Escape. Right now we're using Escape for one of our monthly shows. And I think I'm going to bump that to a weekly show. Actually, I'm going to bump that to a daily show. And then put another monthly in its spot. Tales of the Texas Rangers, or some other detective show, Philo Vance or something. Something that's got a bunch of episodes that I can use, 13 or 14 episodes for a year. Easy. And upload as far out as they'll let me upload. If they'll let me upload for a whole year, that's what I want to do. I want to get to that. So that when I get to 3 months before the reunion, I'm past the reunion as far as uploads by months. So that the only thing, and also have my other things, other little shows, video, Time Machine, the programming guides, all of that stuff done as well. So that it just goes on and takes care of itself, and I just have to drop in every once in a while, make a few adjustments, and upload something. That's it. And maybe twice a year, spend a week or two creating and uploading, right? If I'm around, that's what I want to be doing. Of course, the ultimate goal, hopefully coming to fruition this next season, would be to have shows where I have more interaction with the people who are watching. Which is why I want to do more shows, themed shows, actually using real props and video and snippets and things to make it a fuller show. Have, people who will agree to come by and stop by in the comments, or do a video conference call with me, because I can do that easily here with all of this crap. So, yeah, if I can get things to change is good. Yeah, I have a lot of these educational films just hanging around in files and files and files. And my goal right now is to use all of these. Not only these, but a bunch of others that they've just been sitting around, and they just wind up into a file, and I've probably got a couple of dozen or more videos that I can turn into little educational film videos and upload them. So 7 there, that's 8, 12, salut. That takes to 20, 25, 30, 40. That's a lot of that's a lot. Just saw one here that we've already used. Yeah. Well, that's great. So that's 40. That's 8 weeks of educational films to upload. So that's pretty cool. So, and that's just part of what I have in those files. So I figure I probably got about 12 weeks or so worth of stuff, and it's easy to grab more to fill in the spots. The video time machines, I just kind of go through my sources and cherry pick the things that I think are going to work for that particular episode. It's good. I try to give it a slight theme. You know, if I find an element with somebody in it, I'll try to find another couple of elements with that same somebody in it. You know, that's sometimes the best I can do. Or some kind of theme, you know, like Thanksgiving, Native Americans. That's difficult but fun, challenging. And then you find stuff that you should have uploaded. It's like, oh man, this would have worked good there too. Why didn't I find this? Because they just hide. So I'm getting better at organizing all of the files in my computers so that I can better navigate what I have when I'm creating this content, this stuff. Totally. I'm a sloucher today. Probably pop this TV on here. Finish with Inner Space. Rewind it. Pop in another one. Keep the movie rotation going. I need to get a DVD player hooked up in here so I can start going through all of my DVDs. Right? Putting together episodes for Movie Mondays. What I'd like to be doing is have an episode of Monday Movie Memories and discuss some films, some movies some favorites, use some props and some trailers and some photographs to enhance the episode. And then for the first of the 2 hours, right, the first hour of the 3-hour show will just be this, me doing this. And then I'll segue into the movie portion of Monday, just like TV on Tuesday and old time radio on Wednesday, yada, yada, yada. And then I'd like to use the first part of that 2 hours to discuss films that I saw when I was a kid. Movies, you know, with stars, Hollywood, and all that shit. And have, you know, things to discuss and watch. And then the second hour, I would like to discuss movies that are on the channel already. We're going to take an educational film and we're going to watch it, and then we're going to discuss it for that last hour. The educational film I'm going to choose for each episode will only be, you know, 15 or 20 minutes at the most, so that we've got the time to discuss it. And I can be there during the film to have something to say during us watching it together. So I think that's gonna be cool. And we can do the same thing with the TV Tuesday, Old Time Radio Wednesday, Throwback Thursday. We'll do concert stuff and I think we'll do music, which means that we'll do probably occasional episodes of out buying records and stuff, episodes of let's work on a machine, you know, let's tear apart an 8-track player and do shit like that. And then on Flashback Friday, just focus on the past and all kinds of elements of the past, but mainly have to do with personal history, right? Hometown stuff, family photos, family movies, that kind of shit. And in that, you know, arena, we can discuss camcorders and old video machines and that kind of shit. So that's kind of my wet plan for that right now. That's it. That's what I got cooked up, and I'm going to try to put that together by early January, and hopefully be back as soon as possible. Because, yeah, like I've said before, this is it. This is me, and it helps keep me me. So I got to keep doing it. And at the same time, it's not just saving me, but it allows me to save myself, so that I'm always around, right? Whether I'm here on YouTube or just here in a file at home on my computer, I'm going to be here, right? And that's that makes a lot of difference to me, knowing that I'm still going to be around even though I'm gone, kind of a thing. It's nice to know. So I try to put as much into every one of these stupid little episodes as possible, and talk. Just let it all out. Sometimes I got not much to say at all. Sometimes I got too much to say. But isn't that life? Isn't that reality, right? Wow. Maybe, I don't know, maybe this week I'll work on a ceiling light in our room, since I've got this one knocked out pretty easily. I would like to do the acoustic ceiling in our bedroom first. That would be nice. We would have to strip the bedroom down of the bed. The bed would have to leave. We could bag the walls and TV and dressers and everything else, but the bed would have to come out so that I could work in the center of the room. But if I were to take a box of acoustic ceiling spray, mix it up in a bucket, pour it into my hopper, and blast it up there first, I could put a cardboard circle where the lamp is going to go, so that after I spray, I can remove that circle, right? And I wouldn't have to flatten out a spot for my light. And the ceiling would look much better. And you know what? That room in there feels different than this room right here, because that I've got acoustic in there, and this is just the regular old mobile home tile in here still. And it does. It feels different, sounds different. Totally. So I really want to do paving stones outside. That's my big thing right now, is I want to get paving stones in our yard. It's a dirt yard. So we're in the desert, so it's not really feasible to grow grass. I'd like to put a fake grass area out there that we can tack down and remove and clean and remove and replace on a regular basis. But mainly, I would prefer, if they're good, just do it on the frickin' asphalt, paving stones, and I'll fucking clean it. At least that can be cleaned. It's hard to flush a dirt toilet. But I figure that's one of those things we got to do. Give them areas to poo and pee. But get them off of the dirt. And make it so that I can hose down and sanitize the backyard, because it's paving stones, right? Totally. Be easier to manage the backyard too. All right, well, I'm going to probably be sitting here at the computers doing this stuff during most of my on time. Went cold again. I need a cup warmer. I need a thing that I set my cup on and it stays warm. It'll probably radiate it. Really? Give me lip cancer or something. Man, I bit my tongue good. It still hurts. I hear awakenedness. I'm still waiting to get the go for my wife. She hasn't been feeling well lately. So I'm still waiting for the, will you take Natalie? Which of course I will. So my show might end a half an hour early at any Monday or Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, so if she's not up for it, then I'm going to go make sandwiches and drop my daughter off. The only reason I picked this time slot in the morning originally was because nobody was ever awake at this time. My daughter was in college and she didn't have mornings, and my daughter, college, no mornings, and my wife would, when she would get up in the morning early, she would just get up and leave, right? And so it was like 15 minutes of her out here getting coffee and then leaving, and that was about it. So this was the perfect time. Now that my daughter's got her couple of hours in the morning, my mornings are kind of wonky, but family's always taken precedent over this channel anyway. Did I say that right? I don't know. I'm not even going to go back. So, yeah. I am going to, at some point, get up and get some pants and socks and shoes on, just in case. And it's looking more probable that that's going to be the case. So, I'll probably make her a deal. You know, all right, well, let me stay with my show for the half hour that it's going to take to put lunch together, and you do that, and then I'll cut my show a half hour early and take off. Or I could put on a show. No, because that's not going to work. That's going to take me up past 8 o'clock. So, you know, I'll get off a half hour early. I get to play hooky. I'm going to ditch 5th period. Yeah, totally. Oh, I better heat up this coffee while I got the chance. Big face dog. Oh my God. My daughter just, she blows my mind that she is so on it every morning. If she's under the weather and she can't make it to school, it crushes her. It literally crushes her. She'll be in tears because she's so devoted to making it happen, right? And she doesn't want to give an inch. You know, if there's a struggle, it just, it frustrates the hell out of her. And I totally dig it, you know. I totally get where she's coming from. You know. But I keep telling her, you know, set yourself up to understand that at some point you're going to fail along the way. Accept that. You're not perfect. Everybody fails. If you don't fail, you don't learn. So expect that at some point you're going to fail. And when all of a sudden, boom, you fail, you're just going to go, oh, there it is. There it is. I didn't see that coming, right? That's all it takes. And then you just move the fuck on. It's like, all right, well, I'm coming back to that later. That's it. And you just move on, you know. And I think she's getting the idea that it's okay to not be on everything 100% of the time. Sometimes it takes 200% that you don't have, and you gotta just say 50%. I can only deal with 150. 50% has to just wait. That's it. You know, because they when you're in university, they don't just throw 100% at you. They throw, how much can you handle? Can you handle 150? Can you handle 200? Can you handle 300%? That's what they're doing. So you have to balance. You got to balance it out. That's hot. That is sweet and hot. Nighttime Nonsense and Nostalgia. I can't wait to come back to that show. I can't wait. I miss playing those tunes, those commercials. But once again, I got to double down. I got to come back with gusto, you know. Something big. I like the 2-hour show. I think I'm going to stick with the 1-hour video time machine. So I'm going to probably go to a 3-hour deal where I've got Nighttime Nonsense Nonsense and Nostalgia from 5 to 7, and then at 7, the Video Time Machine. Video Time Machine is going to move to a new slot. Because right now it's at 5. It's filling in that nighttime slot. So I'll bump it to 7 or 8. Maybe 8 in case my nighttime shows run long. Sometimes they do. And I might do a preview during every nighttime nonsense show of what's to come in the Video Time Machine, right? Not put together like a trailer, but like here's a peek, and give you a couple of commercials or a click through something, you know. I hear dogs' feet. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It takes a lot of work for the Video Time Machine. Most of that is gathering elements for an episode. And then keeping track of those elements so I don't use them again. It's okay to repeat it once in a great while. On purpose, especially, it's okay. But, you know, oh man, I used that on my last video, man. That sucks, right? I don't want that to happen. So I try to write down what's in every episode. In fact, this last episode, I still need to write down everything in that episode, which means I have to watch it, go through it, check it out. We got dogs awake now. Where's the Tootsie Footsie? There's a Tootsie Footsie. Ah, Tootsie! Oh, little Tootsie Footsie. Good morning. Good morning, Tootsie Footsie. Oh, that Tootsie Footsie. Oh, you're such a cutie Tootsie. Oh, Tootsie. Hi, Sam. Hi, Sam. Good morning, Sam. Good morning. You guys are watching her, huh? You guys are watching her, huh? What is she doing? What is she doing? What is she doing? Oh, you little monkeys. You little monkeys. Funny little dogs. I just love them to death. Yeah. Totally. Yep. Here's my clipboard with my Whistler episodes, and I put one to save last night as I was going to sleep. So that one is done. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 episodes to do. Those episodes will take me through most of the year because those are monthly episodes. They only play every 4 weeks. So that's cool. And then I need to go through all of my other shows and make sure that I have at least 12 weeks or more ready to upload. That's gonna put me ahead of the game, so that I don't have to stop and create something when I'm doing uploads, which is where I was yesterday. But thankfully, I was able to upload 10 videos yesterday, and got right to where I was going to be uploading a video that I hadn't created yet. So I did that last night. And every week, I should be able to get at least 3 weeks. At least 3 to 4 weeks uploaded every week. So I'm figuring within 3 or 4 weeks, I should be 2 or 3 months out, past the end of December. That's going to be great for production. because I'll have more time to spend on original content. I need to create a set with a reel-to-reel for uploading more old-time radio shows from my father, and all of the reel-to-reel stuff that I can do. And then I just need to sit and, like I'm creating the radio shows to upload, I need to do the same thing with that, and then just do as many as I can do in one day. You know, camera on, audio on, hit play, record it, and then take that file and edit it down a little bit, snip off the ends, put some fade on either end, give it some text, bada bing bang boom. So those are linear, so it takes as long as it does to play it. That's how long it takes to record it. Digital stuff is easy, you know, boom, click, save, bada bing bang boom. But like recording from a reel or a record or a tape or something, it takes as long as it takes to play that. So that can be time consuming. And to have a spot set up with a camera aimed at it the whole time, so you're getting the real time recording of what you're seeing and hearing. That's important to me. So I have to have that little table set up with that stuff on it. And you know me, I gotta decorate it and give it a good twist. You know, put some stuff so it's not just plain. I still need photographs on the walls in here. My walls are bare, so I have to get off to the printer and print some photographs, and then get some cheap frames from probably the dollar store. It's probably the best place to get the picture frames, 8x10s, just black 8x10 picture frames, you know, $2 frames. I can get them for $2.50 at Walmart. If I can get them for $2 somewhere else, I'll do that. But I want to get them all the same. You know, that's the thing. Is all of those I want on one wall in the same frame. All the other family photos and stuff I like in different frames, different character. You know, but no, I want to do a collage of all of the same frames, really tight together, spaced evenly apart. Yeah. That'd be cool. Stop that! My mother hated that when I would start doing this. I'd be sitting there rocking back and forth. Stop that! What are you, mental? Stop it! Of course, she probably knew something I didn't know, right? So that sound you hear of the dog clickety-clicking, that's Tootsie running off to the food bowl, grabbing a scoop of food, bringing it back here, and sharing it with Sam. There she goes. Okay, she's getting food. Scoop, scoop, scoop. She comes back. And she dumps it on the carpet. And Sam helps her clean it up. And then when she goes back, she's really funny. She makes a big production of it every time she goes back. Sometimes she'll do this and punch the other dog. I'm going to get more, you know. Or she'll do all these weird little dances. Yeah. They're just adorable. They're just adorable. I'm going to have to get a doggy level cam. Right? A camera at dog level. That'll be cool. That'd be totally wicked, picket. Yeah. Oh, she's so motherly. Brings a big mouthful back and shares it and makes sure that they're coming back for more. And they follow her and watch, or wait and watch. Yeah. Ah, smells like toast. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. So let's see, what time is it? I'm going to wait. Yeah. Oh, no. Am I back? I think I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, sometimes my kilobits per second says eh. It happened earlier this morning before I started my show. During my pre-show, it failed again. So it's not surprising that it wants to fail in after this much time. Yeah, it could have been my daughter getting on her computer. It could have grabbed a bunch of data real quick. But both of my computers here, my laptops that I use for the show, they're both Ethernet cable plugged into the modem, so that I can get direct uploads and downloads, and when I go live there's no Wi-Fi bullshit going on. So yeah, man, it's good that didn't last long, because sometimes those technical difficulties can last forever, and this one, while it did last a few seconds, it only gave me, it actually, my delay that I see here is less than 10-second delay now. So there you go. There you are. Totally. Totally. Boy, they're really picnicking today. Well, the bong hits never stop flowing. That's the fun part. I'm hoping that I can get with my friend this weekend and get some more information from him, some more video and photographs and stuff, and the music, so that during my time period of seclusion for the next 2 or 3 weeks after that, I'll be able to put something together for him, and then maybe talking through new teeth like this with my jaw closed like that, I'll be able to have some kind of back and forth with him, and get him over again to figure out how we're going to do the release date and all of that crap. That'll be fun. Totally. Because I'd like to release them both at the same time on both channels, on all the platforms at the same time, so I'd like to get together and pick a time and a date that we're going to do that. And then I've only got a couple of platforms, Facebook and YouTube. I'm sure he's probably got way more than that. He does have a YouTube audio stuff. I think he needs to get a YouTube video, or maybe it's the same. I don't know. Maybe you do both with one. I don't know. But I can't wait to get more into this video. I'm hoping that in the next couple of days I'll be able to get back on this computer here and work on some more elements to that video. I still have some video to go through and try to garner some stuff out of them, some little snippets, and I think right now I've got about 18 seconds that I've put together, and I need to add another couple of seconds onto that, and then create a couple of other little pieces that I can put somewhere else. I need to come up with a green screen. I really do need to come up with a green screen. I know that I have the ability to use a green screen on a couple of these different programs with photographs and video, so I need to get into that. I think I talked to him last year about an idea that I had for one of his songs, a video that I had for one of his songs. So maybe we can, once we get done with this one, we can revisit that and maybe work on something like that and use the green screen to do that, because that was a lot of green screen. Yeah. And then another one of his songs, we had discussed a video a long time ago. Driving around to different places and actually using his family, dressing his family up in Dust Bowl 1920s outfits, right? And that would be great. And then using one of those old burned out shacks, you know, all kinds of slow sweeping, you know, girls in dresses twirling, lots of dust and ambient light, and I totally see that video. So, yeah. Oh my God, is there anybody still there? I'm out of here, baby. Did you finish eating, Tootsie? You're such a cutesy tootsie. Oh my God. Oh, the long blink. I was just counting. It's about 10 seconds. My delay on my phone, my monitor there. About a 10-second delay, thereabouts. That's cool, man. That's cool. So, you know, my daily thing is just trying to maintain a connection to the past. Not so much historically or personally, but just like my surroundings, what's on TV, what music is playing, the sights, the smells. You know, I want everything to be as close to the past as possible, while still maintaining the whole present situation. It used to be hard to do. It's so much easier now. She's doing her morning yoga. I'm going to have to get video of her doing yoga. She does these, tucks her head in and stands on her ears with her front paws, and then flips over and makes these weird letters with her body. I mean, she's just so kooky. Kooky tooky. Kooky tooky. She's adorable.
She's freaking adorable.
Oh, yeah. But aren't I, though? Aren't I adorable? Hi, Sam. Hi, how are you? What's going on? You want to play in that box? Oh, you're not a cat, are you? What's up? I know, huh? I am going to wait until 7, and then I'm going to go check on Mom and see if she's going to want to get out of bed or not. If not, then I'm probably going to, I might just clock out of here early so that I can deal with the lunch and then get her where she needs to be and just not have to worry about coming back to this. So I might leave from here at about 10 after 7 or 15 after 7. And that'll give me time enough to get my act together and make a couple of sandwiches and get her in the car. by 7:30. At this point, I should be making her drive everywhere so that she can get practice for a license. I think it's going to be this summer. I think it's going to be a cross between driving school, going out more with us, and driving around with her friends. Her friends letting her drive. I think that's where it's gonna have to happen over like a summer, right? And I think this is probably this summer. So I think if she can get some kind of driving school set up for late spring, early summer, right when she gets out of school, and one place that's going to come pick her up twice a week and go out with a few other people and drive around. Okay, it's your turn, drive. Okay, it's your turn, drive. Okay, it's your turn, drive. Okay, pick up next week. That kind of a thing, right? And then during the in-between, she drives wherever she's got to go. Wherever we got to go, she's driving. And just do it like that for a little while. And just get her confident enough to get a license. And do some around the town driving, you know. It was easy when I was young, you know, because you didn't necessarily need a license to get around. There weren't that many police. It was a small area. You could get away with a lot, and you could drive in a lot of places where the police just didn't really go. But it's different today. I get it. I mean, if we lived in the city, it wouldn't even be necessary. You know, between buses and trains and taxis and Ubers and all that shit. You don't really need a car when you live in the city. If you got a bike and access to all of the transportation that's there, you got it licked. You know, when I went to visit a friend in the city back in the 90s down at Venice, I just took my bike with me, right? And then between the bike and the bus, you know, just throw my bike on the front of the bus and hey, we're gone. Yeah. Totally. I miss having a bike. They're not that expensive. You go to Walmart, you get a really nice, you know, made in China bike or something. I think some of them are actually made in the U.S. But you can get a really decent, lightweight bicycle for an adult for not too expensive. You know, it's just a matter of getting out and using it. And most of the year, it's really unbearable to get out and ride a bike. Most of the year, it's either too hot or too cold. You know, during the day in the winter, most times it's okay. But you don't want to get stuck out after dark because you freeze your ass off. Yes, sir, Baba Rooney. Arr, I said arr. Arr. Oh, there's Sam. Hi, bud. Hi, buddy. There's Tootsie. There you go, guys. Ah, there's Tootsie. Hi, Tootsie Fruitsy. Ah, she's a cutesy tootsie. Ah, she's so adorable. Little old girl. Little old girl. Hi. Hi, little old girl. Hi. You're such a cutie. Yeah, she's a good girl. She's a good baby girl. Oh, she's such a good... She's retired. Yeah, she's retired. Sounds like she doesn't seem real tired. Hi, you boy. He gets jealous easily. You talk to or pet any of the other dogs, and he's like, what's going on? Do I need in on some of this? Now they want a spoon. She wants to be the little spoon. He's like, oh, come on. Come on, lady. Don't be so pushy. And she is. She's pushy. If he's licking on somebody else, she gets right in between them and sticks her face and says, you need to lick me, damn it. Totally. few more minutes, and I'm going to go check on the missus, and I'm going to leave you hanging here for a few minutes. Maybe I'll give you the dog cam or something. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I'll grab my jeans and put my jeans on while I'm out. Just in case. Just in case. To put my jeans on. Oh, yeah. Well, I hope there are more and more people who are enjoying what I'm trying to do with my channel. Because it's just a time trip through my life, really. Basically. Using borrowed content to kind of give an idea of who I am and why. And then with the original content, it's a little slim right now, but I've got a whole lot planned, so we'll get there. All right, let me leave you with the dogs here, and I will be back in a flash. And I'll be right back. Parties. I am back. I am here. I got dogs. I got people. I told my wife, go back to bed. And I'm going to make some sandwiches and take my daughter to her best friend's house to commute to school. So I get to get out and drive around this morning. I don't usually get out to drive around real early, so this will be neat. If I had enough gumption, I'd go get coffee and call somebody and meet and do something. But I doubt that there's anybody on my schedule that is going to want to meet up with me and do anything at this point, this early in the day. Cover up the Sam. Gots to cover up the Sam. He likes to be blanketed and tucked in. He is sufficiently tucked. At any point I could kill the microphone if somebody starts talking to me here or making morning sounds or whatever. Yeah. Ow. So we've got about another 10 minutes here before I'm going to leave you. And then that'll give me about 15 minutes to make a couple of sandwiches and get the car warmed up. Right? There you go. It's a hybrid, so it doesn't warm up unless it's low on battery power. And then it just kind of warms up on the fly. So, which is weird. How can you drive a car that you can't warm up? I don't know. You know, there should be a warm-up button. You know, okay, battery's charged. Let's warm the car up, though. Push it, start it, and then hit warm up. And then the engine should come on and warm up and get ready for the day, right? Yeah, there should be something like that. Because you don't want that thing to kick in all of a sudden. You kick in at 60 miles an hour and that thing's just all of a sudden from frozen to blasting at 60 miles an hour. I don't find that good. Yeah. There's some bugs there. There's room for improvement. So, let's see. What have we got going on today? I got a bunch of stuff to do here on my channel. As soon as I get back from dropping my daughter off, I'm going to get started with that. And then try to have some kind of breakfast and continue with the creating videos and uploading videos round the clock for 2 to 3 weeks until I've got January and February programmed in past whatever is left of December. That's the plan, Stan. So far it looks like I can do, you know, a week's worth of uploads every 2 days. And create the content as well. So, and I've got a pretty good jump on the content. So I just need to get in there and make sure I've got X amount of weeks out. Plus is always good if I've got this plus. So that's what I'm shooting for. I'm going to work on some other video stuff later on this evening, Video Time Machine and music video elements. And then I've also got some other things that I need to get out and try to do today. Unfortunately, the place I need to go this morning isn't going to be open until later. So I'm going to have to go out and come back home and do some things and then go out again. So I'll have to put together a list of things to do while I'm out. A few things to grab from the store. Maybe if it's in the works, do that bedroom ceiling light. since I've got this one done, might as well do the other one. It's pretty easy to deal with. I can put a new outlet when I'm wiring the switch up to that one, so that'll be good. Probably drop a new box in there like I did with this one, so that'll be good. But let's see, what else have I got going on this week? We're just a couple of weeks away from Christmas, right? Yeah, a couple of weeks. And the end of the year. And oh my gosh, another year. I keep saying, oh my gosh, it's been 2 months. Oh my gosh, it's June. Oh my gosh, it's August. And now it's like, it's December. It's just about over with. Another frickin' year. I never thought I'd last this long, honestly. I thought by 35 they'd be kicking dirt in my face. So that's a plus. That's a lot of years. But wow. 2025 makes me feel really, really old. Really ancient, in fact. Crypt Keeper old. Yeah, wow. So let's see, tomorrow is Thursday. Hopefully by tomorrow I can say, yeah, video time machine ready to go. Friday's looking good. And another week programmed, right? And then by the end of Friday, I should be looking at another week programmed in, at least, plus the weekly programming guide. So that's a lot of work, but I'm getting better at it. It's taking up less and less time to deal with these things. The more I organize it, plan shit out, keep track of shit. Alright, well, we got a few minutes left, but I think I'm going to bung out of here a little bit early because I want to get my act together before I get out the door, and I still have a couple of sandwiches to make. So let's go do that. Alright, I am going to cue up the end credits for my show for today. I want to thank you all for joining me. It's been splendiferous. As you know, I try to bring you the best content that I possibly can for some crazy old weird guy just rambling. Once again, people, be kind to each other. Spread peace and love, not bullshit. Go out there and do something for yourself, but just as much, do something for somebody else, because we're not alone in this world. Remember that. Alright, people, most especially, stay weird, because if you ain't weird, ain't nobody gonna do it for you. That's gonna do it for me. This is Crazy Old Weird Bearded Guy signing off for one of the last couple of shows for season 3, and then I'm out of here for a little while. Alright, people, love ya. Adios. Take care of yourselves. And somebody else, too. Bye now.